Well, Erin, as we quite quickly speak on the things that happened yesterday, let's move our focus to the game that is happening right now. Would you be able to give us a quick rundown on the LSG and CSK match? Because it's a very important match. Would you like to take that shot?
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the CSK team and their past performance, once again, a team who was, finding it really hard to get themselves into the tournament. At the start of the tournament, they were sitting right at the bottom of the table. They have worked through, they have managed to get their team balance. Especially, all credit goes to Sanju Samson. Has done really well. I mean, carried the from the World Cup. Unfortunately, he couldn't perform at the start of the tournament. But now looking at CSK, if CSK manage to win the game today, that's going to be very interesting. It's going to open opportunities for many teams because a win here will get them to 12 points, and that will give them a real chance to get onto the top four. So it's going to be a huge challenge for all the teams to fight for the top four spots. So the game happening right now, I believe it's very important for CSK. LSG sitting at the bottom of the table, but if LSG win, I mean they could make the road difficult for Chennai Super Kings to get to the top four. But if Chennai Super Kings win this game, the tournament is going to be much more interesting. It's going to be very open for all the teams, and it's going to be very interesting the coming week and all the games which we do have in the coming days.
Well, we'll be joined by Naledi Afani, a senior journalist from South Africa, very soon. But in the meanwhile, John Nyambu, whenever uh, when you reach out to the sixth week or the fifth week of the IPL, there seems to be close finishes, and every close finish has an equal impact on the points table slash on the qualification rounds. Do you think now teams have now need to play with far more strategy, aggression, and go for wins rather than outright showboating? Your views?
I think looking at the table now, like my fellow colleague just said, that this game is very important because it could open everything wide for everyone. I mean, you look at LSG and Mumbai; they are second and last and with 6 points, but then a couple of
Right.
wins would catapult them to fourth. So, like you said, that it's now a point of playing the table, just making sure that you get the wins that maintain your status and your position in the table so that you are giving yourself the best opportunity to make the last stages of the IPL. And you generally find that the more experienced teams will come to the fold now. The teams with the more experienced players will be able to manage this phase better. And unfortunately, your CSKs and your Mumbais that have been your perennial champions in this stage of the format, where when they're down and out, they seem to find a way to get to the last stages and not really playing as well. So it's an opportunity for the not lesser teams, but the teams with the exuberance of youth and guys really trying to make a name for themselves to learn how to navigate this phase of the competition and ensure that they're giving themselves one momentum to be able to get to the last stages and also the experience so that they're able to continue playing as they would have played in future IPLs to come. So this is a very, very crucial stage, as you've said, and it's very critical how they're going to be able to maintain it.
Well, we'll have to quickly go to Zach. Zach, what's the update on the match right now when it comes to this score?
Well, having a look at the score right now, LSG are 146 for 5, so 5 wickets down. Still looking good for like a 185, 195 score if they get 10 runs per over in the last 6 overs. But having 5 wickets down, they can't afford to be careless or reckless with their shots. So Shabaz Ahmed and Raghuvanshi will need to anchor the innings a little bit longer and bring them to a pass score that they can look to battle and hold out against CSK.
Well, absolutely. It's quite an interesting factor when it is there. And then when you look at Rishabh Pant, do you think he's not been able to marshal the resources that he's had very quickly?
Oh, well,
Unfortunately, I mean, look. So
Yeah, go on.
well, let me just carry on it and just looking at the score right now, 77 for one. That was when the first wicket fell down, and that was Mitchell Marsh, then Puran, and then Rishabh Pant, all going in like a knock of wickets, just falling in tandem with each other, all being held by Josh Inglis, 85. It's just a bit disappointing to see LSG at the moment. So Rishabh Pant not really holding and pushing the movement of the innings that he should have as a captain is something that we've been seeing as a pattern so far in the last few matches that he has been playing.
Well, Eric, you want to add up on to something more important?
Yeah, like it has been the story for LSC throughout the tournament. I mean, I feel for Rishabh Pant as well. He's a very talented player. He's a very capable player, but unfortunately, things not falling in line for them. They have really struggled throughout the tournament. They have done many changes to the squad as well, to the playing 11, but nothing has gone their way. But it's always not your day, and it's always not going to be your year as well. So it's always good to regroup, try to figure out what went wrong, and then try to fix the issues, and maybe try to finish on a positive note, just like my friend John did mention. Like, it's the latter part of the tournament, being at the last spot in the table. You really can't do much of a difference, but you can do a little bit of uh, you know table collapses. You can pull down a few teams, try to finish on a positive note, and then work around and see what went wrong and try to fix them for the next year's tournament.
Well, absolutely.